This is David Hockney, one of the most influential British artists alive today. Hockney is best known for his iconic paintings of swimming pools and his portraits of his friends and family, most of which he made while living in California. His oeuvre ranges from painting, drawing and printmaking to video, photography and stage design. In the early 2000s, David Hockney temporarily returned to the UK, settling in Yorkshire for 9 years. Fascinated by the Northern England countryside and the changing of the seasons, he created a large body of landscape work that includes charcoal sketches, watercolors, monumental oil paintings, and even iPad drawings. David Hockney has always been greatly inspired by Vincent van Gogh, and it's indeed not hard to see the connection between the two artists. They both find endless inspiration and joy in nature.
It's a good title. It's better than Dave and Vince. Sometimes I long so much to do landscape, just as one would go for a long walk to refresh oneself. And in all of nature, in trees, for instance, I see expression and a soul. Well, yes. I mean, in 2004, when I went to Bridlington, I knew landscape was seen as something you couldn't do today. That's what they said. You couldn't do today. And I thought, well, why? Because the landscape's become so boring. It's not the landscape that's boring, it's the depictions of it that have become boring, I thought. And I thought, well, yeah, I mean, you can't be bored of nature, can you? You've endless subjects in nature, endless. And Van Gogh knew that. I found subjects on a little road called Woldgate, the Roman road to Bridlington. I asked somebody once, what colour is the road? He looked at the road a bit. Then he said, it's not just grey, is it? I said, no, it's not, if you really look. But you have to really look. Photography, you're not really looking. But when you're drawing one blade of grass, you're looking, and then you see the other blades of grass, and you're always seeing more. Well, that's exciting to me, and it was exciting to Van Gogh. I mean, he saw very clearly, very, very clearly. The uglier, older, meaner, iller, poorer I get, the more I wish to take my revenge by doing brilliant colour, well-arranged, resplendent. That's very good. I couldn't say that, yes. He was a kind of miserable man in a way, but when he was painting, he wasn't. I mean, that's what he loved to do, and there's love in those paintings, isn't there? I mean, there's not misery, there's love. I'll tell you why I think people really love them is they can see how they're done. All the brush marks are visible. You can see how they're painted, really. He was really the first great colourist, I think. Great colourist. I'm not a colourist like Van Gogh. I'm not. I mean, I'm just a small one. I'm in a fury of work as the trees are in blossom, and I wanted to do a Provence orchard of tremendous gaiety. Yes. Gaiety, that's right. I mean, that's for the blossom, isn't it? I was always interested in the arrival of spring, what comes first. Marvellous time, of course it's gaiety, of course it's fresh, I mean, everything is fresh about blossom, isn't it? Winter's over, all the plants are coming up. There's a moment when I said nature has an erection, when everything is stood up like that. It looks as though champagne has been poured over the bushes and it's all foaming up, and it looks marvellous, and it only lasts like 2 days or something, I mean, at its peak. This is full of movement, absolutely. Marvellous. Marvellous. He saw more than other people, I think. He did. He saw space very clearly, which not everybody can see. All painters bent perspective. Leonardo bent perspective. In a way, nature doesn't really have perspective. I've noticed trees don't follow the rules of perspective. They're so complicated, I mean, the branches going every way, that perspective is no use for them, really. Perspective is a strangle, I think. It's not really making space, it's strangling space, I think. Not everything I do is a success, of course, but the work's getting along. Well, I would say that. But the work's getting along, yes. Yeah. If he'd have gone on another 10 years, he'd have been a very rich man, wouldn't he? He would, actually. I've painted for 60 years now. I'm still painting. And I'm still enjoying it enormously, yes. And Van Gogh enjoyed painting. He did. I mean, they're full of joy, aren't they? Yeah.